Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 6th. This week, you start with this Unfinished Symphony card and this Time to Go card. I swear you had this card with me last week, or one of these cards. So, the Unfinished Symphony card kind of represents needing to see something through to the end. And so does the Time to Go card. They both kind of represent finishing something up. So does the Moon as well. The Moon is part of the Fool's Journey, and there are some mountains in the background of the Moon card. And the Moon says that you have to finish your journey, and the Moon also says eventually the sun will come up. The Moon is temporary. The Moon comes up, the Moon goes down, the sun comes up, and then you kind of are getting answers at that point. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that you need to open up to like new possibilities or new potentials. I also feel it's saying like don't give up on something that you are working on. And, I would definitely do that. But let's see. You have the Moon, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles in your first row. The Moon, some people read the Moon as Cancer, even though it's Pisces, although it could be Cancer. So I feel for a lot of, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is your energy for whatever reason. So you are just kind of showing up in a strong position here. I do feel like it's saying don't give up on something, especially with these two cards. Again, both of these cards kind of represent finishing something. The Unfinished Symphony card says something really great in your life is not finished. The Time to Go card says you have to go through that doorway at the end of that card there, and you have to step through that doorway. We have a very similar door on the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles also has this archway here. So I feel for a lot of you that, there could be kind of like a journey that you're completing or something that you're seeing through to the end, which of course would be a good thing. Next, you have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for something. You have the Tower in this reading. The Queen of Wands is looking over at the Tower, which is kind of interesting to me. It's like, I feel like in your reading here, Cancer, that you want to do something with your life, or you're hoping to like go on an adventure or do something different. But it's like you're expecting a tower moment, or you're feeling like there is going to be a tower moment. But I really don't think that there is. The reading is very good. So I feel that, the Tower could be a pleasant surprise. It can be a good surprise. It could also just say that you're afraid if you do something that you're going to have a tower moment. I'm feeling a million things here, by the way. The other thing that I'm feeling here on the Tower is it's almost like saying to me, like you are thinking about inviting something into your life, which could be anything. It could be love, it could be business as well. With the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. And sometimes with the Tower, I feel like we are, especially with that Queen of Wands there, I feel like you are just thinking, like, what will happen if I invite this, opportunity into my life? And it could be love, it could be otherwise, like I said. And so obviously, the Tower moment towers just represent entering into a new reality. And so again, towers don't have to be a bad thing, but, again, you could be wondering, like, well, if I do something, will it interrupt my peace or whatever? The Six of Pentacles kind of says, well, try it. Six of Pentacles is all about planting seeds in a direction to see what happens. He is giving to this person, but not this one. But I always say that the Six of Pentacles is my card of small steps. So if you're thinking about investing in a new reality with that Tower card, which could be anything, could be like a new job, new business, new direction, a new person, a new place to live, whatever it is, the Six of Pentacles can say, take small steps and, see what happens. With the Moon card, you have the Chariot, your card. I kind of just feel like this is confirmation for what I said on the Moon card, because I was just saying that I felt like the Moon was you in this reading for whatever reason. And so the Chariot is a victory. It's charging forward in a new direction. I definitely feel some of you could be like moving in new directions here. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to work together with other people, it will probably be very helpful for you. So I think teamwork is a good idea. The Three of Pentacles is also a card of quality work. We see really good work cards in the reading. We have the Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. These are all very good for your finances. With the Three of Pentacles represents displaying your work. It's a card of quality work. He has done a good job building those three pentacles. So I think that would be, putting your work on display is also showing up here. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. It's like trusting your emotions, in a lot of ways with the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles would, again, represent small investments in something. King of Cups, he has explored his emotions to a very deep level, and so he understands how he feels about everything. But with the Six of Pentacles here, it could say that, again, if you're fearing a tower moment, that you need to be open to, kind of like small investments and trust your emotions. I think as long as you're trusting your feelings, that you won't be led in the wrong direction. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Sun card. It says the sun is coming to shine its light on what's been kept hidden to reveal the truth. The Tower could just be the exposure of truth. You have this Infinite Possibilities card. It says you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. Yes. So definitely keep pushing forward. Again, the Tower can absolutely represent some sort of truth being revealed. So, we'll look into it. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Two of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity that's coming in for you. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that only has potential. I always say, the Ace of Pentacles is a good card, but it just represents potential, and potential means nothing. Potential means what we put into it. So, we can get out of something what we put into it, and the Ace of Pentacles kind of says, like, if you put the, if you nurture something into existence, you will have success. And the Ace of Pentacles is all about nurturing something into success. You have the Tower. The Tower, of course, can represent a tower moment. The Tower is about coming down to reality. The story of the Tower is that these people have been ignoring reality for too long, and now they're being brought back down to earth so that they can see reality for how it actually is. I kind of feel in your reading that you are worried that if you do something, you're going to experience a Tower moment. It's kind of popping into my head as a fear. Or it's saying that you have a fear that you're going to cause a Tower moment. But I don't think that's true for you, Cancer. You have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups can be like a perfect match in love. Two of Cups is usually a person who's different than your usual type, or there usually is some sort of difference with the person. So, some of you could be experiencing some sort of difference with a person here with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is good, though. Can represent a perfect match. You end with the Four of Wands as well. So if you're looking for love, I feel like there could be a strong love connection. The other thing I would say that's probably more important in this reading is trusting your higher self. The Two of Cups can represent communication between like you and your higher self. This right here is the Staff of Hermes, and it represents communication. So, some of you could be communicating with your higher self, or you could be receiving like signs, symbols, synchronicities, intuitive hits, intuitive messages, things like that from your higher self, and I would definitely listen. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles. Again, I think the Six of Pentacles is probably your most important card here. You have it in the first row. I was literally talking about it on the Ace of Pentacles. Again, with the Ace of Pentacles, it just represents potential, but potential means nothing. So if you're getting like a big opportunity at this time, the Six of Pentacles could say that, it would be a good time for you to just make like a small investment in the opportunity. And by investment, I mean like your time, your effort, your energy, your attention, some sort of energy that you give to something. And Six of Pentacles just says, pay attention. If you give something energy, does it return the energy back to you? If the answer is yes, then you can invest more energy. And if it doesn't, then you have to make a change or you have to leave, right? So I would say those like small little steps is really what this is encouraging. With the Tower, you have the Five of Swords. I feel like you're fearing separation. For those of you that want love, I think, the Tower is very clear to me. I think you've had a lot of Tower moments where you've overinvested with people, and I feel that there could be something new coming in here, and you're fearing that if you invest with a person again, that they're just going to hurt you again. So I do feel this is about taking some sort of risk or overcoming a fear or even working through a fear. For some of you, this could also be a truth. We go down to the Justice card. On one hand, this could be a good thing because you're getting justice with a Justice card. On the other hand, it could be a bad thing, because what the truth that someone tells you might hurt. With the Two of Cups, yes, you have the Ace of Pentacles. As always with you, Cancer, with these repeating cards, this could be a big opportunity with a connection. So you could be like forming connection with a person, or you could just be forming a better connection with a person. And again, I would say small steps for sure with the Six of Pentacles twice. This could be an earth sign or a water sign, or it could be a person who has a mixture of both in their chart. Take it how it resonates. But the Ace of Pentacles again is something that has just potential. I also feel that this could be work related because we go up to the Eight of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles. I feel like for those of you that are trying to make more money in your finances, I feel like bigger risks are needed here. The Five of Swords to me is a card of risk taking, and I kind of get the feeling from the reading that you need to take bigger risks to find more success. Next, in the area of what's messages from your future self, you have this closure card and this forgive card. Again, that Tower could absolutely be a past person coming back and messing up your day, right? So I would be careful if you have an ex. I feel like I said this in your January reading or in your 2025 reading, Cancer. So if you have an ex, I would just be careful of someone coming back, wanting to talk to you or something like that, because, again, sometimes the truth hurts. And you do have this forgive card, so you could be forgiving a past situation. But I always say we don't have to forgive a person directly. We can just forgive a person in our heart and let it go. So I think it's going to be different for all of you. I think some of you might talk to a past person, you might forgive them. For others, I think you're probably going to try not to talk to this person, and it could upset you, even if this is something that happened years ago. You have the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Justice card. So the King of Pentacles is really good. I feel really good about this because I feel that you are very focused on establishment. I said on a podcast I was on, a couple weeks ago now, someone asked me, they were asking me about the similarity between opposites. And I was saying that, for many years on this channel, it was always Pisces, Virgo that were very similar. Now it's you and Capricorn, your opposite sign, have been having very similar readings lately. So it seems to have changed. It used to be Pisces, Virgo that were the most similar opposites. But, again, I think with having Capricorn as your opposite sign, I do feel that you are very focused on stability or creating more long-term wealth. This doesn't even have to be financial wealth, although it does look like financial wealth. You have all these amazing money cards here, so it could be. But I think you're trying to create stability in all areas of your life. The King of Pentacles can sometimes say that the person I'm reading for is just trying to create establishment. It's like you're just trying to establish yourself in life. And I feel like that's what you're doing with this card. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, again, is material success on the horizon. So the Eight of Pentacles is a very good card for work or putting work into things. Especially if you've been working towards something for a very long period of time. You start with that Unfinished Symphony card and the Time to Go card. So I kind of feel like some of you are getting very close to finishing something up. He only has one more pentacle to complete on the Eight of Pentacles, and then he will be done with his job. So I feel like some of you are very close to your goal. You have the Justice card. Justice can represent cause and effect. So, it can it's very similar to the Six of Pentacles, which, both versions of the Six of Pentacles have a scale on them. And so the Justice card kind of wants you to pay attention to where you're putting your energy. Like I said with the Six of Pentacles, if we give something energy, we need to pay attention to cause and effect. Do we get energy back? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, stop and do something else. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be kind of creating balance with that card. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can represent conflict and competition. I feel in work or business that you need to learn from the competition. I think it would be an amazing time for you to do that. I think this is true for most people, but I definitely feel it's true for you, Cancer, that at this time could be an amazing time to, learn from the competition. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the World. Definitely an accomplishment coming in for you. Do not give up, for sure. I think in some ways, this reading is saying if you have been working towards something for a very long period of time, it definitely would not be time to give up on whatever you're working on. The other thing I would say is that the Tower in the World can just represent a move. So, like I always say, the Tower to me is not a card to be feared. The Tower can just represent a change or a transformation. And it can also just represent a move. And with the World card here, you definitely could be working on a move. The other thing I am getting with that Eight of Pentacles is that you could be moving because of work. So, if you have a career or a business, or if you do something in life, there could be a work move or a business move that you're making. And, obviously I think that would be a good thing. With the Justice card, you have the Four of Swords. I will say that if someone is coming back and delivering the truth here, which definitely could be a possibility, that it could be very healing, even if it hurts. The truth hurts, like I said. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, it might kind of like set you free. The funny thing that's also popping into my head here, Cancer, is like if someone's coming back from the past to apologize, like I feel like you could finally be. I don't want to make this sound, like better than it is, but, it's almost like you could be having like an awakening about the person. It's like maybe you see the person or something, or maybe they say something. And I kind of feel like you're having one of those realizations where you say to yourself, like, what did I ever see in this person? Or why did I ever bother with this person? It's almost like you're one of those moments where you're kind of like you set yourself free because of what you see. And I definitely feel that here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Brown Bear Spirit says, take time out. Everybody at the beginning of the year here has had these cards of like healing, resting, relaxing, recovering. So it's a good time for that. You have this Butterfly Spirit says, transformation is beautiful. There you go. Again, the Tower can just be a transformation. And, butterflies, caterpillars go through tower moments. They have to turn into caterpillar soup before they can turn into a butterfly. So, I think for a lot of you, your difficulties could be turning, that you've been through already, could be the thing that's causing a transformation. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. The Four of Pentacles can represent kind of like a commitment, or it can say that you're creating more stability. I'm not like the biggest fan of the Four of Pentacles, but showing up in the good stuff, I definitely consider it to be a good card because it can say that you're just creating more financial stability. We see a lot of really good financial cards here. I get this energy here as well, Cancer. Like, I feel like you need to like shake something off, here. I don't even know what I mean. But it's like sometimes, like, I don't know, like look at my first videos on this channel from almost 10 years ago now, or over 10 years ago now. Like I used to be like much more stiff, and, my delivery wasn't as good, I think, and, all this other stuff, right? It's like sometimes I think like to be good at something, we have to like shake off that beginner energy, but it's like something that only time can teach us, really, right? And I kind of get that energy here for you with the Four of Pentacles. It's like, it's almost like you are shaking off an energy, or that could be the transformation that you're going through, is that and this could be in any area of your life. It could be in love, could be in business, but I almost see you kind of like, it's like you're not approaching something as a beginner anymore, but in the sense that you have shaken off that like awkward beginning stage or something. I don't know, that might make sense to some of you, but there you go. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands can, of course, represent freedom or setting yourself free. I definitely feel a lot of you could be in this period of time where you're looking for more freedom. I believe that everybody is, so it kind of makes sense to me. But, the Four of Wands can represent marriage. If you want love, definitely could be marriage potential here. But, for the most part, I think the Four of Wands is talking about the unfinished symphony, because the Four of Wands is a finish line card. We have to cross through this threshold here and cross this finish line to be set free. And so I think a lot of you are just like wrapping things up in life, or finishing things up. You have the Nine of Wands. Do not give up. I said it earlier. Like whatever you're trying to accomplish, especially if this is an accomplishment or an achievement that you're hoping for, or if this is like a new opportunity in work or business, I feel like the Nine of Wands is saying, the only way you can get better is to practice. Just like I said with the whole beginner thing. If you're feeling like a beginner and you have that beginner awkwardness or whatever, it's like everybody does, So it's like it's just something that you learn to overcome over time. And, I kind of feel that energy. I feel like I need to say that as well. So, again, if you're feeling awkward because you're like starting something new, I would let it go. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, in the good stuff, the Five of Pentacles can say that you are focusing on your strengths. You are not focusing on your weaknesses, which, of course, is a good thing. And, the Five of Pentacles, the solution to the card is always to focus on your strengths. But, like I said, I feel like you are. With the Four of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. Definitely like some sort of wish fulfillment. Like if you have a wish here, then this could be like a wish that you're accomplishing. I also, the Nine of Cups can represent matching energy. The Nine of Cups, the reason he's getting a wish, the guy on the card, is because he's in alignment. And so if you want love, again, this could say that you actually are in perfect alignment with a person. There definitely could be a person. Yes, with the Nine of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is communication. So some of you could definitely be communicating with a new person in love, or you could be receiving messages as well. The Page of Pentacles is also the card of studiousness, so I think it would be an amazing time for you to learn. Especially if you're like trying to grow your business or something else, you could be learning a lot with that energy, and I think that would be a good thing. You have this claw card that says, be careful, do not take risks. I always say that right now. I disagree with this card, for like the last year and definitely this year. What I think this card should say is do not take unnecessary risk. I think that as long as you're taking risks that are calculated and that aren't going to have a major impact, then those are the types of risks I would take. But if you're going to take a risk that's going to ruin your life, obviously don't take that risk. So I think the type of risk that we all need to take, I talk about this all the time, is we need to push ourselves to that point where we would normally give up on something, and we just need to go just a little bit further. Those are the good type of risk right now. The risk, it's like the type of risk that really won't matter if you fail, in the grand scheme of things. But again, don't take the types of risks that will cause a problem. You have this ear card. It says good news. I think you had this with me as well pretty recently, so there definitely could be some good news. You have this August card. I always clarify these cards, and you have this needle and thread. It says a sincere wish will be granted. So between now and August, there could definitely be some sort of wish that's being granted to you. You have this bread card. It says period of prosperity and abundance. Yes, prosperity and abundance looks very good in this reading, so I definitely feel that you could be entering into a time of prosperity. And finally, you have this forest. It says muddled, unclear thinking. We still have a bunch of retrogrades. We have a bunch of retrogrades this year. Even Venus will be going retrograde in March, just as basically Mars starts moving forward on February 23rd, and then in March, Venus goes retrograde. So luckily, Venus retrograde is short. But, again, we have all this confusing energy. I think we just have to basically get to the end of April, and it will be more smooth sailing. But this looks really good here, Cancer, so I think there's good stuff here. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.